Flight by Yolanda Reid Chassiakos. Johann von Pascalides emigrated from Constantinople to Germany in the late 19th century and built a thriving import-export business. He was knighted by Kaiser Wilhelm II for supplying the German troops with tobacco in World War I. The fall of the Weimar Republic and the rise of Hitler made Pascalides' factories a target, being firebombed and burned by Nazi terrorists. More alarming flags, his secretary of the Jewish faith was engaged to an Italian émigré. She was disappeared and her fiancé deported. And then Pascalides' teenage children, top students at Berlin's Akademische Gymnasium, were brutally beaten up by Hitler Jugend on their way home as aliens and landed in the hospital. My father, E.G. Stasinopoulos, age 15, and his brother John were sent to live in Greece in the late 30s for their safety. Pascalides and the rest of the family soon left their smoldering fortune behind and escaped to Greece with their lives. E.G. learned Greek from a tutor and repeated his last years of high school in Greece. Older than his classmates, the shy 17-year-old walked into his new class on the first day sporting a mustache and long trousers. The 10th grade boys wearing the required shorts stood up when E.G. entered, thinking he was their new teacher. So much for fitting in. E.G.'s new nickname became Pater Familias. E.G.'s respite in Greece was short, as Nazis tragically stormed Greece in 1941, killing thousands of Greek Orthodox Christians and forcibly transporting almost 100,000 Greek Jews to concentration camps in Germany and Poland. Less than 10,000 sadly survived the Greek Holocaust. E.G., still fluent in unaccented German, became a valuable member of the Greek opposition to the Nazi occupation, ferrying and translating secret documents to fellow Greeks while serving with the EKKA resistance movement and the Second Bureau for Intelligence and Counterintelligence. A 10 p.m. curfew imposed by the Nazis kept most Greeks in their homes or sneaking to meetings via back alleys, but a confident E.G. would walk down the avenues singing Lily Marleen on his way, until, one evening, a drunk Nazi corporal staggered up to him and demanded to see his papers. Having none, E.G. was dragged to the local Nazi station house and brought before the lieutenant on duty. E.G. quickly turned the tables by pointing a finger at the drunk soldier and castigating him for his shameful inebriation. The major agreed, thanked E.G. warmly for his vigilance, and started berating the corporal. E.G. took the opportunity and strolled casually out of the building. Once outside, he hightailed it, running for his life. Meanwhile, E.G.'s fiancée, Effie, whose family had barely survived the 1922 Smyrna genocide, was hosting undercover British soldiers in her Athens home, dyeing their hair black so they could better resemble native Greeks. Certain death was the risk if her actions to help free Greece had been discovered by the Axis invaders. The efforts of the Greeks, British, and Americans led to the expulsion of the Nazis from Greece in 1945, but the country was then plunged into a devastating civil war that kept E.G., a draftee, from marrying his beloved Effie until 1950. Grateful for my parents' help, an American colonel who'd been stationed in Greece arranged for E.G., Effie, and their baby daughter Yolanda to emigrate to Washington, D.C., where E.G. served with Gus Savalas, Telly's brother, at the Voice of America. With the launch of Sputnik, E.G. was inspired to shift careers and study physics instead, joining NASA in 1961. He became the head of the GSFC Radiation Physics Office, studying space weather and its impacts on aeronautics and astronautics. In his 45 years as a NASA scientist, E.G.'s extensive research promoting safer spaceflight was archived in hundreds of scientific papers and conference reports and provided a foundation for dozens of researchers coming up in the field. E.G. invented and patented the miniature high LET radiation spectrometer that measured radiation levels in the atmosphere. It was tested on 747s, the Concorde, and in 1997 on the space shuttle STS-95, which hosted astronaut John Glenn, born, like E.G., in 1921. E.G. congratulated Glenn, then the oldest man in space, and returned Glenn's trademark thumbs up with, "That's one for our generation." Today, E.G.'s instrument is nested on the Discover satellite at Lagrangian 1 and continues to provide valuable space radiation data. E.G. was knighted as a French chevalier and given multiple awards in the U.S. and around the globe. At age 95, as a NASA emeritus, he co-authored 40-Year Drift and Change of the South Atlantic Anomaly, making him one of the oldest scientific authors in the world. E.G. and Effie were together for 67 years before her passing. E.G. continued to read and study radiation physics until his earthly transition at the age of 101 and 4 months in May 2022. His family and friends imagine that he, alongside Effie, is in heaven, still learning and studying the answers to the mysteries of the universe.